Hey guys, we are back with some more Halifax franchise mode, and I know it's been a while. These past 2 weeks have just been kind of crazy for me in terms of the amount of schoolwork I've had build up, and it's just, yeah, I haven't been able to record a whole lot recently, so obviously support on that is appreciated. But yeah, hopefully we can get to recording a bit here, um, a lot more, you know, back to the consistent schedule because I know there's only been like 2 videos over the past week or something. I know, boys, it's crazy, but push through it. We'll push through it. So we're 21 games in, about a quarter of the way through this season right now. We're 11-6-4. So I really want to see how this team does over the next, I guess, month or two before we make any changes. So let's just, yeah, let's just go through the simulation because we still do have Ryan Murray on the defensive core, although it is a very deep defensive core. We don't have a whole ton of scoring, although our team is proving me wrong on that right now. We are currently have 4 games in a row, actually 5 games if you go back to that game against Philadelphia, where we scored more or 3 goals or more in each of those games. So yeah, I mean, looking like a solid team. Overtime lost to New Jersey, but we scored 4, so that was just a case where our defense failed us right there. Let's go another 2 weeks, I guess. And games against Tampa Bay, Washington, Boston, 16-8-5. So that is honestly really good, if you ask me, for a team like this. What were we doing again? We were doing forwards. I think we were, but I don't think it was the WHL. Might have been the OHL. Hold on, you know what? I gotta double check that. Stop the sim, stop the sim, stop the sim. Come on. Come on, there you go. Okay, yeah, I really need to check that, where we were scouting, because I know there were a couple top 5 guys in there. What are my ping guys? Are they in the OHL? Let's see. Medicine Hat. So the WHL and the Q, right. Because they had those 2 playmakers there. So we're gonna go Q for 6 weeks for forwards. There you go. Okay. So, yeah, let's just keep going in the sim, and we'll check the stats at the end of the month. So we currently are sitting in 4th in the Metropolitan Division. It's tied with the New York Rangers for the wild card spot, or wild card spots, I should say. I guess there's 2 of them so far in the Metropolitan Division. 4-2 loss right there against Washington. There you go, though. A comeback against Boston. And we go back and forth here. Is this going to be a win? No, it won't. It will be a loss. Come on. Have a good game here against the New York Rangers. Oh my goodness, 11-1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Jeez. Talk about a comeback. Wow. All right. 18, 11, and 6. So, I mean, not terrible. I mean, obviously, we're in the playoff spot, I would guess. Wow. Okay, so we're in the second wild card spot, actually. That's an interesting situation because we're way above 500, but we're just barely squeaking in there in the wild card position. So I'm going to check out the standings in a bit because that's got to be a tight race right there. If we're 18, 11, and 6, and we're in the second wild card spot in the East. So Wenberg, 28 points. Yakubov, like, second line. What is it about the second line that's just? I mean, I'm not gonna argue. I mean, as long as someone's getting points, but geez, you would have thought it would be someone like Duchesne or Bjorkstrand. Like, geez, what do we need to get these guys going? Do we need to flip Duchesne and Bjorkstrand to the second line? No, I'm just gonna leave that second line together. Letty, though, he has 23. He's 3rd on the team, tied for 3rd, with Brendan Saad. He is a minus, but he has a lot of points. So, and for the contract that we have him on, you can't exactly argue with that. So let's see, Jenner 22. So really, a lot of depth scoring going on here. Besides, obviously, Harrington. And let's check goaltenders out. So Corpusalo, what is he doing? He's doing pretty good, honestly. Yeah, very good, actually. Goals against average of 2.16 and save percentage of .926. Although our backup, Anton Forsberg, he is definitely not getting it done, 3.02. I think a save percentage of .901. So that might be something we look into. That might be the reason, actually, why we're losing so many of these games. And you know what, too? With how competitive the Eastern Conference, or the Metropolitan in particular, is this year, we might be shopping for a better backup goaltender here. Because, yeah, it's a really close race. I mean, if you look at this, like, between New York, Halifax, like, we're battling for the second wild card position. And then all of these teams up here, Carolina, New York, New Jersey, and Pittsburgh, they're all like, yeah, they're all battling for first pretty much. And us and the New York Islanders are battling for the second wild card. So if we take a look at the Atlantic, yeah, the Atlantic Conference, the Atlantic Division is nowhere near pretty much anyone in the Metropolitan. Like, the Metropolitan is dominating the Eastern Conference this year, it looks like, because Montreal and Boston are tied for first in the Atlantic with 41 points, and we are fifth in the Metropolitan with 42. So, yeah, 5 teams in the Metropolitan are all better than all the teams in the Atlantic, just based off points. So, yeah, the Metropolitan is really competitive this year, boys. I think we need to get a much better backup goaltender. Let's see where we are in the entire league here. So points wise, we are 13th in the league. No, 12th in the league. I was looking at Winnipeg for some reason, and yeah, we're winning 60. We got a point percentage of 60. So I mean, again, that's not bad. Goals for per game of 2.94. We're actually third in the league, tied. Tampa Bay Lightning and Carolina are actually tied, or not Carolina. Jesus, I'm so tired. Calgary are tied for first with 2.97. We are third with 2.94. Goals against per game. Honestly, our goals against per game is not that bad either. We are hanging in there in the top 10 with 2.34, so that's not too bad. Power play, we are actually very good. We are third in the league with 24.1. Only Minnesota with 28 and Dallas with 31 Gs are ahead of us. So power play, we got nothing to worry about. Penalty kill, even our penalty kill is pretty solid. I mean, it's not the best, but we're still top 10. Or top 12 or whatever that is. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so top 11, whatever. Almost the same thing, effectively. So, yeah, our penalty kill is not that bad. I don't think we need to make any changes skater-wise, boys. I think we just need to get a better backup goaltender, and because if you remember, our penalty kill was struggling towards the start of the season. We were only like 80%, but now we're up there towards 83.3. So you got to think, since that time, our penalty kill is probably around like a 90% when when you think about it over the past month or so. So I really, I don't want to make any changes skater-wise right now. I really don't feel like we need to. The only change I'm going to make is a backup goaltender, because Forsberg, he's just not good enough. He's at 79 and he hasn't been getting it done, and we need a solid backup goaltender in a very competitive Metropolitan division. So that's what we're going to do right now. There's no one in free agency, so we're going to have to trade for one. So let's see. Goaltenders, yeah, we really have no one. Like Forsberg, Merzlikins, and Dansk. Of course, we got Corpusalo. His trade value is actually way up there. Yeah, there's no way we're trading Corpusalo. But, yeah, these three aren't cutting it. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that we can keep going like this, especially into the playoffs. You know what, Jonathan Bernier, he has a really good contract, actually. He'd be perfect for the playoffs. Darling, technically, Anaheim already has a backup in Darling, so if we traded for Bernier, and Darling's playing AHL, so they may be looking to move him up. I mean, I know he's not the greatest. You know, we'll keep Bernier in mind, because, yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's an interesting trade right there. Not gonna rob Arizona of their old goaltender in Domingue, 84 overall. I'd rather take Bernier. Boston, nah, they got a solid 1-2 punch there with Rask and Subban. And plus, there's no one behind Subban either. No, don't want to do that. Nah, no one really behind Ward. Calgary. It's a bit shaky there at 81. Bernier is my #1 option right now. Colorado, nope. Dallas, definitely not. I don't have any goaltenders. Okay, so this is interesting. Howard, though, is 81 below Grubauer. And Bernier is still the better option at this point. 81 Emery. Bernier is still our #1 option. Definitely not Reimer. Jesus. Nope. No one in LA. Behind Quick. Kemper, maybe. But again, it's the same situation here with Kakinen. Oh, you know what, though? Kakinen's going to grow, it looks like, quite a bit. He's got that decent trade value. He's an 81 at 22. You know what? Kemper might be the new runner-up here. Depends on his his contract's not that bad either. I might check his stats here. What are they looking like? His stats are kind of shaky. Never mind. I mean, contract-wise, like for the Minnesota Wild, getting rid of Kemper makes the most sense. But he's not as solid as Bernier has been, I don't think, anyway. I mean, I didn't really look into Bernier's stats too much, but I would imagine they're better than that. I would hope, anyway. At least on Anaheim. Fucali. No. Nope. I don't want Montoya either. New Jersey. Nope. Let's see. Nashville. Nope. New York. Ooh, this is an interesting situation. Okay, so Grice, Halak, and Bobrovsky are here. What if we... yeah, definitely not getting Grice. That's that's a steep contract. What if we got Halak? Is he a backup or he's still a starter? Yeah, he's a backup. Ooh, Halak might be good, boys. Halak might be good. He's on a 1-year contract, 1.9. Yeah, Halak might be good, especially just for even if it's just for this year. Like we're making look, like if Korpisalo, God forbid, goes down in the playoffs, we have a solid backup in Halak. Yeah, you know what? I want Halak, boys. That's a good trade. That is a good trade if we can make it. We're gonna have to give up a draft pick because I don't want to give up anyone on the current roster. What if we give a second? That probably wouldn't do it. They don't want to give up Halak. But at the same time, they have another solid backup goaltender there in New York. So let's see, rookie skaters. I'm not giving up Dubois. Let's see, not giving up Kozlov. Looks like he's gonna grow pretty fast, actually. Because didn't he start out? Jesus, that's a glitch if I've ever seen. If I've ever seen one. Nate Thompson, apparently, he's best friends with. Yeah, it looks like he's grown pretty fast. Because didn't he start out this season at like a low 60s or something? Yeah, definitely holding on to Kozlov. Maybe I could give him Olsen, unsigned, so they won't take on another contract. Got a decent trade value for his potential and overall in age. He's got pretty decent skating, but it doesn't look like he's going to be someone who we're going to be using anytime soon, especially for that defensive category. Yeah, you know what? I'm fine with giving up Olsen now. This might go through. I want to see if the Islanders are willing to retain some of Halak's cap. I know they already retained Letty's cap, but it'd just be convenient if they were to retain like that much. You know what? It's not worth it. It's 1 year. I can deal with it. Yeah, it's 1 year. And then maybe if we get like a third coming back the other way, if they want to give that up. Yeah, let's get a third. Let's try for a third. Proposed trade, let's see. Rejected. Okay. So we'll take off the third. Guess we'll put in the fourth. Like, fourths, honestly, for this game are not that bad sometimes. You know, you can get lucky in the later rounds of this game. So let's see. Will that go through? No. Okay. I don't know if I want to get a fifth. It's pretty much the same trade value. You know what? No, I'm not getting a draft pick back from the Islanders. I think Halak for Olsen and a second is good enough. Yeah, sure, we're giving up a second, but you know we're looking to be a contender team. Like as it says in our status right there, we're a contender. We're looking to be a champion, a Stanley Cup champion. So and we would get a very solid backup in Jaroslav Halak. Proposed trade. Really? Okay. What else can I give up here? I really want Halak, boys. Rookie skaters. Let's see. Maybe this AHL top 6 guy or AHL top 2 and Twistle. Where are we giving him for? Let's give him a defenseman. Yeah, 67 overall. I don't see. Yeah, I don't really see myself using this guy. I mean, he's got a decent shot power. Decent skating, but everything else, especially physical, senses, puck skills are meh. So, and I don't think that'll develop much more. So we'll put him on there, and they want this Corbeil guy as well. So we'll propose trade now. There you go. We now have Jaroslav Halak. So that was a good trade, I think, boys, because we gave up a second-round pick, which the Islanders wanted. We gave up a defensive prospect, which the Islanders wanted. And we gave up a forward prospect, which the Islanders didn't want, but added a little bit of value to the trade. And they can always trade away that assets if they don't want him either. So that's more value for their side. But here, you know, we're a Stanley Cup contending team. We needed a solid backup, so we got Jaroslav Halak. He is now in there. There you go. And actually, we should probably send down Forsberg. But, yeah, there you go. Halak is now in the backup position. And we have a solid-looking team now. Actually, you know what? I want to see our team status. All right, we're still a contender. I thought that might have switched over to champion since we have a really solid goaltending depth right now. So if we go to goaltenders, send down Forsberg. There you go. All right. And, yeah. So we now have a very, very solid team, I would say. And again, there's no changes that we really need to make as of right now. Because, I mean, we're winning. We're putting the puck in the net. We're keeping it out on that. We're doing solid on the penalty kill. Doing great on the power play. I mean, there's no real reason to break this roster up at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, let me know of anything we should do, but I think we should just keep rolling because we honestly have a pretty solid team now. I mean, obviously, besides the fourth line, that's a bit weak, but again, do we really want to break that up? Because, well, partially because, you know, they're all young, they're all still growing, and we're a winning team. We like, if you know we're a winning team, there's not necessarily a reason to break up anything on this team. The only exception was the backup goaltender, which we got a solid one in Halak. So that'll be about it for this one. Just wanted to do that, and hopefully I can record a bit more this week. But other than that, again, that's about it. And any suggestions, put them in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.